Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. A couple days or so ago, I put out a video just putting a heads up out there that the chart analysts that I follow, many of them anyway, were indicating that in the short term, amidst a good bit of consolidation price-wise for Bitcoin and XRP, that on the horizon, the charts were indicating to them that there was more likely than not, it's never a guarantee, but we're talking about probabilities when we're talking about chart analysis, and so more likely than not, they were citing that they believe there would be a pullback. And so, most people just appreciate the insight from the analysis, the analysts that they follow. Certainly the case for me. And so I'm just sharing that. And there's this small fringe that said, no, you're spreading fear, uncertainty, and doubt, Mr. Moon Lambo. And I said, what I'm spreading is chart opinions from chart analysts. And what do you know, what they said was going to come to pass in all likelihood, not a guarantee, in all likelihood, did indeed come to pass. How about that? We had XRP just a little bit earlier today at 50 cents, and since then it has been climbing up. Chart analysts that I'm following, though, say we're not quite out of the woods yet. You can see here is a headline from News BTC. Charted XRP breakdown looks real. Why it could retest 45 cents. And they went on to cite, hey, XRP price is gaining bearish momentum. And there are a bunch of other analysts that were saying the same thing. And so I'm not going to rehash everything that I said in the previous video, but I just wanted to highlight this because, not all headlines out there for me are going to be like sunshine and lollipops, okay? It's not all going to be puppies and ice cream. I'm just going to share with you what chart analysts are saying. I'm happy to share with you what I think about it, but I'm not a chart analyst. I just like, reading as many opinions from as many people as I have time in the day for, and then just kind of sharing it with you because I think it's fun talking about this stuff. Now, to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you absolutely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say. All right. If you would please delicately tap the like button, I would appreciate the support. And also, I recommend that you treat yourself, girl, by subscribing to the Moon Lambo channel, because why the hell not? You ain't got nothing better to do with your time, damn it. All right. I wanted to share this with you, too. This was a, talk about strong hands. This is a clip that came from Binance's official Twitter account. And there's this video clip, which is playing silently in the background as I speak. And it shows CZ, who is the founder and CEO of cryptocurrency exchange Binance, the largest cryptocurrency exchange on the planet by volume. And then Michael Saylor's sitting there. He doesn't speak in this video clip, but he's the CEO of MicroStrategy. His firm bought up a ton of Bitcoin recently. And you got the host there, presumably at the bottom. And so CZ told a story from way, way, way back in the day when he sold his house and he took the money to invest in Bitcoin. And at the time, the price of Bitcoin was $600. And so he sold his house, bought in at $600, and it cratered down. The price of Bitcoin shortly thereafter cratered down to $200. Think about that. Now, did he panic sell? Oh, no. He certainly did not. He held through it. And you know what Bitcoin is worth today, right? It's worth a freaking fortune. And so one of the stories that I'm going to keep sharing on this channel, just a concept as we go forward, because it's the biggest hurdle. If you want to know what's going to stop you, in my humble opinion, not you specifically, it's just people in general, it's not understanding historically how markets have operated, not understanding the psychology behind why people buy and sell, and not understanding that it has little to do, if anything, with fundamentals or real world adoption of any specific cryptocurrency. Effectively nothing, right? And the longer you're in the space and you track this, the easier it becomes to see this. And so here's where it gets even more difficult, though. And I've been saying this for like the whole time I've been running this channel. Even if you're aware of the facts, when you were in that position and you just bought something and it's down like 30% or 60%, that's when you're like, oh my God, the fear really sets in. And what do many people do? So many people just sell at that point, when the pressure comes down, like that's when you should be gleeful. You'd be like, oh my gosh, look at all these lemmings running off a cliff, panic selling for no logical reason. Well, there you go. Like historically, those instances, every single time actually, for Bitcoin and XRP, they've proven to be buying opportunities. Outside of, obviously, now I understand there's bear market trends, but I'm just citing, and generally, if you look over the course of one market cycle compared to the next, yes, historically, absolutely, that has indeed always been true, and so many people are just missing this. Now, as I'm recording this, XRP is at 57.6 cents. So again, 24-hour low was 50.8 cents. So it has recovered a good bit, which is nice to see. Bitcoin is down to $18,358, and the 24-hour low was $17,714. Now, it's very important to understand that XRP follows Bitcoin. So why did XRP go down? Because Bitcoin went down. That's it. It's no more complex than that. It has nothing to do with the long-term viability of XRP. It has nothing to do with whether or not XRP is useful today. Nothing like that. It has nothing to do with if XRP took a shower and smells good. It has nothing to do with any of this. It has to do with the fact that Bitcoin went down and XRP went down. And humans are behaving like this. And so we could debate why humans behave like this. I think it's pretty obvious, frankly. They're fearful. But it's an observational thing. It's a matter-of-fact thing they're doing this. And so if we just know that, what might that tell us about a reasonable path forward? You know, and you got to make your own determination. I'm not offering financial advice, again, like I said, to be clear. But is it rational what they're doing? Hell no. Hell no. It is not in the least bit rational. It's fear. And so that's why over the last 3 years, I've been snatching up people's fears. They've been selling their XRP to me. They're selling me their fear. I've just been buying it up. That's what I historically have done. I did it for almost a full 3 years. And so, if Bitcoin breaks further, as could be the case, you might see more of it. Here is a tweet from Blockchain Backer. I watched another one of his videos today. And he wrote, "The dip we got a few hours ago throughout crypto was to important areas. These are attractive price levels." Exactly. Right, and so he certainly gets this, the psychological game that is play here that most people never get. Even though the information is available, like if you've got a smartphone in your pocket, you basically have the sum of all human knowledge in your pocket, and you could learn this, but you're probably, like the average person isn't. When I say you, I'm just talking like the average person. And even if they did, would they be able to set aside the emotions? Many cannot. Many cannot. And then there's a couple tweets on your screen here. I'm not going to read them, but Credible Crypto said right here, the macro trend, the bullish macro trend, is still in play. And he was specifically talking about Bitcoin. So if we believe that Bitcoin is going to be around and at a higher price in the years to come, the short-term price action doesn't freaking matter. And so Credible Crypto too, and he's saying, hey, we need to watch now for his lowest level is at the time of the tweet, it was 17.8 and actually broke a hair below that. But even so, it's like the macro trend is still in play. None of this is ultimately functionally going to matter. And so that's why I'm not going to read this article either. I just wanted to highlight this stuff so that you can get a feel for what people are saying. And when they have outlooks that in the short term don't sound like what you want them to be, it doesn't mean that they're trying to spread fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Now, certain Bitcoin maxi trolls will do that, and I've highlighted their bogus narratives. And that's all fine. If you want to call it bogus narratives where they cite stupid fundamental reasons that don't make any sense, that's perfectly fine. I'm just saying, if you've got somebody that is actually acting in good faith, just listen, and you can learn something about the direction that this all might go. And so just being aware of it is of the utmost importance in my humble opinion. Because if you weren't aware of this type of information and you just come into the space and you see all this and you don't have a clue what's going on, you're way more likely to make an emotional decision, whether it's an emotional buying decision or an emotional selling decision. And so don't forget what Warren Buffett said, be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. In other words, do the opposite of whatever the trend of the moment is. Because I'm telling you, it's lemmings off a cliff and they're not going to lead you somewhere good. Because at the bottom of that cliff, it's probably all sorts of spikes, and they just go splat down there. You don't want to go splat down there with them, do you? No, you don't want to. Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that. And so here is chart analyst Dennis Surachuk, and this is from a little bit earlier today, and he was calling for with Bitcoin, I think, what was he calling for? Yeah, perhaps as low as 17,500. And he actually wrote this before XRP hit 50 cents, and this guy was warning that XRP in the short term, he wrote it's here, it's on your screen right here, might continue to or below the psychological level of 50 cents. And so we did actually hit 50 cents. And so it's really, again, like I keep saying, these people are not wizards. They're talking about probability of outcomes. That's it. And so if you're looking for a reasonable point of entry in the short term, maybe that can be valuable. For someone like me, I just told you I was dollar cost averaging in for years, so I just kind of didn't care along the way. I was just like, it'll blend out to a fine price over a period of time. So that's what I did here. But understand, when XRP got down to, the lowest of lows we saw in 2020 here, people are like, no, not going to bite. Might go even lower. Not going to bite. Might go even lower. And think about that. When it's 15 or 20 cents, well, if you had the benefit of hindsight to know that it was going to ramp up in short order, half a year later, a little over that, to 80 cents, you would have thought, holy hell, I'm buying. It's just funny how the psychology of all this works. And that's why I've been harping on this for damn near 2 years that I've been running this channel here. It's of the utmost importance. And I think, like, man, if I didn't have this knowledge, I don't even know how I'd be behaving. Like, with the lack of knowledge, I don't even know what that would look like. It would not be pretty. I guess I'll go ahead and wrap it up there, but I just kind of wanted to share some of those general thoughts right now. And so I'll say this, though, before we go. There's, like I said, there's never a guarantee of where this is going to go. Maybe we get lucky and it just goes up from here. But analysts are still saying there's a good chance that we are going to see some pullback in the short term. But I'm telling you, like, if you fast forward 5 years from now, do you think the prices that we're seeing today, because I'm on Live Coin Watch, do you think that the prices on my screen right here will be lower or higher in 5 years? And so if you have a long-term mindset, which is what I firmly believe is required in order to do well in the crypto space, if you have a long-term mindset, it is my personal, unprofessional opinion that you're going to do better. People, I'm not saying it's people in general that have a longer-term mindset in general will do better. And who knows, some of these coins on your screen, maybe they go extinct by then, if you're talking about fires. I don't know. But I'm just saying, certainly as the crypto asset class progresses, I think that there are going to be a number of winners, perhaps Bitcoin, perhaps XRP. I'm confident. I'm bullish for the long haul. But, you could look back in 5 years from now and be like, wow. And you can look back at all the emotional selling that happened today at these low prices and be like, damn, that's just how humans behave. And so I just choose to not participate. You do whatever you want. If you want to buy, buy. If you want to sell, sell. If you just want to, hold, just whatever you want to do, it's all good. But I just wanted to share with you my everyday Joe Schmo opinion here because I think that this matters. I think it's one of the most important things to understand just in general. All right, I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.